Welcome back, everyone. Herson here with another Civ Spotlight for multiplayer Civilization 6 with a better balanced game mod. Today, we'll be looking at one of the safest, most consistent civs in the game for multiplayer free-for-all matches, Georgia. This civ plays a variation of the standard Moksha Monumentality opening. If you're unfamiliar with that, be sure to check out my video, How Religious Civs Dominate Civ 6 Multiplayer, where I cover early game religious play in depth. Now, let's examine how I use the Civ's bonuses to dominate a lobby of unsuspecting players. Unlike previous Civs I've covered in the series, Georgia's bonuses don't favor any particular Pantheon. As such, your Pantheon choice will vary heavily depending on which resources you have in your vicinity. In this case, I have a large amount of stone, and therefore I opt to go for stone circles and erect some quarries. Georgia is a religious civ, and one with very particular needs with respect to its religion. When playing this civ, you will nearly always want to choose the same two beliefs to start out: Jesuit education and papal primacy. Papal primacy is easy enough to understand. This belief allows you to convert city-states from a distance by sending envoys to them, which has natural synergy with Tamar's leader bonus that doubles envoys sent to city-states following her religion. Jesuit education is chosen as your other belief in order to give you a faith sink in the mid to late game. You typically won't actually use the faith purchasing ability it grants until after the end of your first Golden Age, as you'd prefer to spend faith on civilian units using the Monumentality Golden Age dedication instead in the early game. Despite being a religious civ, Georgia has no bonuses tied directly to holy sites, and oftentimes you'll only build 2 holy sites in your entire empire. The majority of your faith generation will instead come from your unique ancient walls replacement, the Psyche. In the better balanced game mod, these walls come much earlier and are much more powerful than in the vanilla game. Their faith generation is invaluable, and Georgia's 50% extra production towards all walls makes them extremely spammable. While I needed to tech celestial navigation for harbors in this game, owing to my full coastal spawn and lack of fresh water, in many Georgia games you'll rush for masonry ASAP after grabbing astrology for your holy sites. These unique walls are cheap and generate a ton of faith, and are the driving force behind Georgia's powerful monumentality opening. When settling new cities, these walls are typically the first thing I build. Just remember that districts become more expensive the more techs and civics you've completed, but that their price is locked in the moment you place them down. As you can see here, I place down a district in my new cities first to lock in the price, and then switch over to rushing the walls. Don't forget to leverage the Lime's policy card for 50% extra production towards all walls. Once my first Golden Age ends, I switch off of the Monumentality dedication and into Free Inquiry. Depending on the state of your game, Pen, Brush, and Voice can also be a good option. Thanks to Georgia's bonuses, chaining back-to-back Golden Ages is easy. This civ gains both the Golden Age and Normal Age dedication bonuses whenever they select the dedication, which amounts to a ton of free era score. Now to talk about the real power of this civ, the city-state control. With the doubled envoys towards city-states following your religion, and the papal primacy belief to easily spread it, you should have no problem becoming suzerain of several city-states. Don't let other players bully you off the city-states you want. As Georgia, you are the one who should be bullying other players off of the city-states. This even has a psychological effect on other players, which can lead you to exerting even more control than you might expect. Other civs are less likely to contest your city-states, as players often see contesting Georgia as an impossible task, meaning you can hold on to your city-states with fewer envoys. In the early game, I take control of Cahokia and Rapa Nui, and take advantage of the unique tile improvements they unlock. Cahokia mounds don't have impressive yields, but the +1 housing and +1 amenity to every city they're built in is critical to compensating for the low amount of fresh water I have in my spawn. The moais that Rapa Nui allows me to build bolster my culture substantially, thanks to the extra yields they grant when adjacent to coast. Speaking of the nearby coastline, it allows me to go for the wonder Kilwa Kisuani this game. This wonder grants huge bonuses to my whole empire just for exerting my natural bonuses towards city-state control. Because I'm suzerain of 2 cultural city-states and 2 military city-states, I gain plus 15% culture and plus 15% production towards units empire-wide. I haven't even begun to flex the power of the city-states I have available to me in this game yet, however. Those 2 military city-states I mentioned, They're Preslav and Lahore. In this game, I was able to use a levy of Vilnius to steal a city off of Congo while they were busy being killed by the Aztec. Despite this city being on the complete opposite side of the world from my empire, I have no problems with loyalty pressure thanks to the powerful effect the Better Balanced Game mod grants to the Preslav city-state. I'm then able to use Lahore's effect to faith purchase Nihangs in the city, and use it as the staging ground for a completely unexpected surprise attack on England. As I've finished a military academy, all Nihangs I buy have a base combat strength of 70, making them easily able to smash their way through 2 English cities before they're able to respond with industrial-era units that can actually slow me down. However, at this point, I'm able to transition to using tanks and artillery to finish off this poor sod. None of this would have been possible were it not for the power of Georgia's bonuses to city-state control. If you want to see the specifics of how this played out, be sure to check out the full VOD of this game that I'll be uploading shortly. You can also catch me playing full games of multiplayer Civ 6 live on Twitch, the link is in the description. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.